Okay, let's file this under breaking Gorgeous George news. Just came across my desk earlier today a new GoFundMe by the ever lovable Gorgeous George Yared. His last GoFundMe was a GoFundMe to take Fontaine to the vet, and this new one is no less sad. This one is called Avoiding Being Homeless, Getting My Vehicle Fixed. And so far it's raised $10 out of a $900 goal. Not too shabby. Both by a very generous person named Michael Saunders. He donated twice, $5 each. It is very generous and commendable of Mr. Saunders. Thank you, Mr. Saunders. Now here's the explanation for why he needs the money. And I'm going to read this in my very famous Gorgeous George voice. Recently, and this voice is not meant to sound like an imitation of George. I don't know where it came from, but it's just what I use when I read his text. Recently, I lost my home in August of this year. I've been living out of motel for the past few months. Now, notice I read that last sentence. I've been living out of a motel for the past few months. I kind of just unconsciously dropped the A in between of a motel, because so often when George writes, he does drop that A from his sentences. Let's continue. I work using my personal vehicle. Just got my car inspected and had some work done on it a week ago. My axle came out, causing the car not to move, and that fixed as well. My axle came out, causing the car not to move, and that fixed as well. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Okay, I'm going to continue because I can't wrap my head around that. I am now tapped out and my transmission is damaged due to the axle. Without my car, I can't make money, which is now on the verge of being homeless. Without my car, I can't make money, which is now on the verge of being homeless. So, what's on the verge of being homeless? The car or the money? I think the money is Georgeless. I'm sorry. I don't mean, I'm not laughing at George's situation. I'm a proudful person and don't ask Gore money, but I'm in desperate. See, and I did it again. I dropped the A between in a desperate situation. Let me start over. I'm a proudful person and don't ask Gore money, but I'm in a desperate situation because I need to get back in making my money. I am trying to get this fixed before the holidays. I'm in real bad, desperate situation. Now, as I said, this GoFundMe so far has a total of $10 raised. So he's on his way. And there's a few comments. Let's start with the first one. Actually, this is the most recent one. I'm going to go from the most recent to the oldest. This one says, this one is by some nice gentleman named Jay. Hey, George, I'm going to be at the Waffle House in about 5 minutes. Want to meet me there with Fontaine's urn, or should I just head up to the room to pick it up? The next comment is from someone named Scott, and it posted a picture of a lovely house on what looks like 1307 Stony Creek Drive. Remember this place? You'll never be back there ever. Accept it and get a real job. The next comment is from someone named Billy, and it's got a picture of what looks like Jamie, and it says, never forget. And the next comment is from the generous chap named Michael Saunders, who donated money, and it says, it's a picture of Jabba the Hutt. It says, bring me Jamie and Kristen. And the final comment is a picture of, I think his name is Little Mikey. I think it's Mike's son, with a thumb. And it says Goon Squad Entertainment. And the thumb is right by what might be George's van, parked in a handicap spot. That's not cool to take those spots. You know, some people really need those. Anyway, this all comes at a kind of an opportune time for George. And I say that because I was speaking with someone earlier today, and we came up with an idea about a way for George to make some money. We're tentatively titling it, and I'm not sure that we'll do it, but I just thought I'd share it, the Gorgeous George challenge. And what this would be is a series of dares that would have a monetary value attached to each of them. And should George take video of himself doing them, we will pay him. Now, we didn't spend very much time thinking of particular dares that he could do, but just kind of came up with some really rudimentary ones as an example. And so that would be like, George goes to a singles bar and uses pickup lines that we write on ladies, and we'd pay him $20 to do that. And if he ends up getting a drink thrown in his face, then he gets $30. If he also takes his shirt off and pounds his chest, beats his chest at a bouncer, that'd be worth 20 or 25. If he gets slapped by one of those ladies, could be worth $30. And say he does something like strips down to a Speedo or a thong and goes jogging, that could be worth, say, $40. So we would come up with a series of dares similar to these, probably much more creative if we spent a little bit of time, and we pay him for it. And if he played his cards right, he might be able to pay for that motel for a week or two, all with doing stuff that he could do in 5 or 10 minutes. So I hope George sees this, and I hope you consider it, George. This is a good way to climb out from under the mountain of stress that you're under and make some loot, a windfall of dead presidents, if you will. But I gotta say, I truly don't understand why he doesn't just get a job that isn't some pipe dream like DoorDash. It's obviously not paying the bills. I think if it was, he wouldn't be in this situation. So why not get a shitty job? If you're that desperate, go to a temp agency. Temp. Make some money. I've never temped myself, but if I recall correctly, that they pay you at the end of a shift. Go temp. You could have this goal solved in probably not too long without resorting to e-begging. And if not that, go to Taco Bell. Work there. Go to McDonald's. Like I said, get a shit job. Just for the time being, while you look for something else and you make enough money to feed yourself and have a place to live. I can't think of something worse than being homeless. In all seriousness, that's terrible. And as a guy 50 years old, faced with that, man, that's terrible. But you're not helpless in this. You don't have to take a job where you're driving around delivering things. Swallow your pride. Talk about working long hours all the time. Well, get 2 jobs. Work at McDonald's and work at Burger King. Work at McDonald's and work at Taco Bell. Work at McDonald's and work at whatever grocery stores they have in Richmond. Just do something. Don't sit here and wait for this magic bailout. Once this runs out, let's say you do get that $900. Once it runs out, what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? I say, if you got this $900, if you got to be homeless and it's winter now, get a Greyhound bus ticket and move to LA. Someplace nice and warm, or at least if you're a bum, you're not cold. And again, I don't want to beat a dead horse because we've talked about this, but really simple way for George to make money. Monetize your YouTube channel. Upload the shows from back in the day with all the prank calls. I would watch the shit out of that. I might even be willing to watch some of the YouTube ads. I'd turn off my ad blocker and watch some YouTube ads if George did this. I wonder if we could all come to an agreement and all of us agree to turn off our ad blockers and watch some ads. So if George agrees to upload those videos, make some money, see what happens. And if those videos catch on, you could always tape a new show where you take phone calls. Let people insult you. Pretend like you get mad. I mean, I don't know if you're past the point of getting mad. People, anonymous people who shouldn't mean anything to you, insulting you, but let them do it. Pretend like you're mad, or seriously get mad. You say you're an actor, act like you're mad. The more angry you get and outlandish you act, the more people are going to watch. The more people watching your ads. Turn the comments on and the ratings on. Respond to comments like you used to. And I guarantee people will watch. People will come by for the train wreck, but you'll be laughing all the way to the bank instead of the bank's house like you used to. But seriously, you could make some money. You make zero money on Gorgeous George show right now, and you could actually make something of it. You could actually get some cash out of this if you weren't so stubborn. And you talk about calling shots. The only shot you're calling right now is being homeless. You called that shot. Here's your chance to turn things around. Call the shot of swallowing your pride a little bit and actually making some money. I'm sure this is going to go one ear in one ear and out the other, or go in one ear and incite some rage, which isn't truly the goal. Maybe maybe it would have been a while ago, but I think this is good advice. Decide to take some good advice for once in your life instead of being so stubborn. Anyhow, this is the Captain, and I am signing off.